More teams have sneakily been emerging as free agency suitors for Juan Soto, and I absolutely hate this. Teams such as the Toronto Blue Jays, New York Mets, and San Francisco Giants will all be pursuing Juan Soto in free agency along with some potential other teams, and we are going to break it all down. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into the video as we always do, because as we know, when the New York Yankees traded for Juan Soto over the last offseason, they understood that they were taking a massive risk by acquiring one of the best players in baseball, with the caveat that he could leave after one season if the Yankees do not play well enough and do a good enough job recruiting Soto from within to stay on the New York Yankees and to sign a deal worth nearly a record-breaking amount of money, while also most likely being over 10 years long. Essentially the rest of Juan Soto's prime, potentially the rest of his MLB career, could be signed on this contract that's coming in the winter, and more teams like the Toronto Blue Jays have emerged as potential suitors. And let's kind of take a look into all this, because there's a lot to break down here. Now, as mentioned by John Heyman, the Soto bidding war, the Yankees are even money, meaning that if you bet whatever, say you bet $100, you would make $100 if Juan Soto re-signed with the Yankees, making the Yankees pretty clear favorites, while the New York Mets are then second, and then there doesn't leave a lot of room for anyone else. And he said that he thinks that everyone else would still be a long shot, such as a team like the Los Angeles Dodgers or the San Francisco Giants, or maybe the Toronto Blue Jays, and then the Philadelphia Phillies, Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs, and Washington Nationals, all having outside chances, probably all willing to make pitches to Juan Soto. However, that's not what we've seen from a lot of people. Now, Heyman said this around 5 days ago. Now, very recently, we've seen something a little bit different. We have seen, according to MLB Deadline News, that the Mets and the Yankees are still the favorites to sign Juan Soto in the offseason, but Bob Nightingale is reporting that the Toronto Blue Jays and the San Francisco Giants will at least make an attempt to sign Juan Soto. We know that Aaron Judge was very close to signing with the San Francisco Giants after he had that MVP season. It was pretty terrifying for all of us, and obviously Hal Steinbrenner got on the phone and said, "Name the price, I'm not losing you." And he budged. So, not Soto. Judge made Hal Steinbrenner budge. Soto's going to try to do the exact same thing, and he will be willing to use the New York Mets, the San Francisco Giants, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Philadelphia Phillies, the Boston Red Sox for sure, like the Mets, and also the Washington Nationals, a team where he started and played the majority of his MLB career up to this point, and also won a ring, one should add. All of this, it all speaks to the fact that Soto is going to try to get as much money as possible, and if the Yankees do not offer that, he will very likely leave the New York Yankees. Now, the Mets have the richest owner in baseball in Steve Cohen. They want to make a splash, and if it makes the Yankees worse in the process and takes some fan interest away from the Yankees, that's a plus too for the Mets, because it is a business after all. The Mets will make more money if there's more eyes on them compared to the Yankees, obviously. However, the Yankees will always be the marquee team in New York. That's not a debate. But, the Mets want to get better. Juan Soto is one of the best players in baseball. They're going to go for him the same way that the Giants are after they went for Aaron Judge, and then the Yankees took Aaron Judge right away at the 25th hour when it seemed like Judge was all but certainly going to sign with the Giants. The Giants might want to get some revenge in there. They're not afraid to throw a ton of money. They went hard for Shohei Ohtani, where I think Ohtani should have went if he wasn't a massive coward. But he went to the Dodgers because, well, Shohei Ohtani's a massive coward. And everyone knows that. That's not something that we have to debate. We all know that he's terrified of the grind and went to the easiest possible team to have success because he's an absolute sellout. But that's beside the point. That's just my disdain for Shohei Ohtani in a baseball sense. Seems like an all right person. I assume he's not a bad guy. I have no personal beef with him. I just think what he did is just so sad and the weakest move in sports free agency history outside of Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors in 2016, who obviously broke the wins record in basketball. If you're not an NBA fan, the Warriors, they did that. Y'all know the story. But look, right now where we are, Juan Soto could easily turn around from the Yankees, be like, "Hey, it was fun playing here for a year. I love that the fans were like, re-sign Soto. That was really fun. But you guys didn't offer me enough money. I'm gonna go to the Mets. I'm gonna go to the Blue Jays. I'm gonna go to the Red Sox, who have not been spending a lot of money outside that disastrous Trevor Story contract. I'm gonna go back to Washington, where I've only spoken highly of. I'm gonna go to San Francisco because they offered me the most money. I'm going to go to the Dodgers because they're offering me money because they don't think money's real and they just managed to sign everyone anyway. So I figured, hey, why not just continually build the greatest super team of all time and one-up Shohei's coward move? But I don't think Juan Soto is going to do that. It just doesn't seem like Juan Soto's character. And also, I don't know how much the Dodgers really have interest in paying Soto considering they don't exactly need him. And it might just be a lot of money that they might not even end up needing because they will win a World Series with this core, obviously. But again, not really the point here. That's just my disdain for the Dodgers and specifically Ohtani's move there and Freddie Freeman's. Doesn't matter. I'm also kind of mad that they got Yamamoto because I really wanted the Yamamoto thing in the offseason. This is getting off track. Essentially, I'm a big fan of the idea that Juan Soto stays in New York, like most people. And a few of the MLB.com experts said that they believe there are specifically 4 suitors for Juan Soto, all of them saying the same teams. However, it's just in different orders. Mark Feinstein said that it's the Yankees, Mets, Nationals, Giants, to where Sarah Langs said the same thing, Yankees, Mets, Nationals, Giants, to where Anthony DiComo said that he thinks it's Yankees, Giants, Mets, Nationals. I would not be shocked if the Giants just offer an absurd amount of money because they really, really want an MLB superstar on their team. They're just obviously a mid-tier team anyway. They're very mid. They've been stuck at mid ever since that weird year they played very good with that old lineup, which albeit was very fun to watch. Shout out Evan Longoria. But really just looking at this, it just makes you worry because these teams are all willing to spend money where the Yankees have an owner who said this is it, the money that we have right now is too much. We're going to have to cut back, which is worrisome when you look at the Mets who are willing to spend any amount of money. The Nationals don't have too many big contracts going on. I believe Pat Corbin's contract is ending. I'm 99% sure it is. Now, also, the Giants have been willing to spend money. Just free agents aren't signing there. So they might get angry and just give so much money that Soto's like, all right, well, I'm going here. And, it would make some sense. It's not the most irrational move. So all of this basically leads to the fact that there are teams like the Blue Jays out there who are going to go from. The Blue Jays went hard for Ohtani and actually came pretty close to getting him in the end. But he didn't go there. Ohtani was always known to kind of want to stay on the West Coast anyway. The Blue Jays were fighting an uphill battle. However, Soto doesn't really seem to indicate if he cares about where he's playing. I believe Soto is going to do whatever he can to sign with a winning team, and the Yankees have that advantage over the Giants, over the Mets, over the Nationals, but the Nationals are getting better. They really rebuilt very quickly and did a phenomenal job at doing it. They're close to being back as a good MLB team again. Great job by them considering they traded away literally everyone, but it now just hits this point where you're looking at the New York Yankees and you're thinking, okay, Juan Soto might actually leave this team, and that is worrisome. Hal's going to have to do whatever he can to pay Juan Soto. I kind of think he'll budge again because Cashman will be in his ear saying, essentially, you need to bring this guy back. We need this guy or we will not be as good. It is what makes Aaron Judge better. Aaron Judge makes us so much money. If we have Soto in front of him, it makes Judge's life a lot easier. It also makes Soto's life a lot easier. We need to keep this duo. We can win a World Series behind them. It's just about fixing a few problems, such as some pitching arms and some infield. Obviously, if Oswald Peraza can come up and get the job done at third base, that would be massive because he costs basically nothing. So the Yankees will have some money off their books. Obviously, LeMahieu will not be getting paid forever. He's coming towards the ending part of his contract. You got some other guys who you're paying dead money to, which that'll go away soon also. The Yankees are in a position where they could be cutting some cap space, which does make you think Soto could stick around. I'll be honest, I don't see the Yankees losing Juan Soto. The Yankees are still a good organization, albeit not as good as they used to be when George was here, willing to spend whatever money possible because George Steinbrenner was an awesome owner, whereas Hal is not. Hal Steinbrenner is a garbage owner, and he's showing that Brian Cashman, when having to play with not the highest payroll in baseball, can struggle at times. I'm really concerned about this, but I do think the Yankees will budge because at the end of the day, they're never going to run out of money. They're the New York Yankees, and the Steinbrenner family is so rich. But guys, let me know what you think down below. Like this, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Goodbye.